Hey, what's going on out there? Kevin here. Listen, I just wanted to talk about a few things that are on my mind. But basically, one of the common issues that arises very frequently and is really prevalent in this world is the passive approach. It's where people just wait. They play the waiting game and they don't do much of anything that they want to do. And it's just a big waste of time. And it's actually quite sad. And so a lot of people with talent, they end up hoping and wishing for things instead of doing. So they spend their life waiting and hoping instead of doing what they really want to do. And it's like a tragedy. It's a small tragedy in a way, because they sacrifice what they want in life for doubt or insecurity or a million other reasons. And as a result, you live a very limited experience of life. And you just wait to see what happens. And if you wait to see what happens, what often ends up happening is not much. So I want to share a quote that I wrote down by Ayn Rand, the Russian-American novelist and philosopher. So I wrote down a couple quotes in the book Atlas Shrugged, I think it was. And it goes like this. Wealth is the product of man's capacity to think. So if you're ready to change your life, I'm going to introduce you to an environment that will allow your brain to think and you to grow richer. She goes on to say, man has the choice to think or to evade, to maintain a state of awareness or to drift from moment to moment in a semi-conscious daze, at the mercy of whatever associated whims the unfocused mechanism of his consciousness produces. Whoa! When I read that, I was like, yeah. I was like, wow. Woke me up. And hopefully it wakes other people up. This is why it's so important to pick up a book and read. But if you read something like that jumps out of the page, write it down. Write it down. It's a beautiful thing. Write it down. I just found that quote and I was like, man, that's something I should have just memorized word for word. I should have been able to spit that on camera right now, right off the top of my dome without even looking at the piece of paper. So let me share another one with you. This one is from Will Durant, another historian and philosopher who wrote mostly in the mid-1900s, early to mid-1900s. He says this: at any moment, a comet may come too close to the Earth and set our globe turning topsy-turvy in a hectic course, or choke its men and fleas with fumes or heat, or a fragment of the smiling sun may slip off tangentially, as some think our planet did a few astronomical years ago, and fall upon us in a wild embrace, ending all grief and pain. Bang! So when I read that, I remember exactly where I was. And that, when you read stuff like that jumps out at you and it means something, the reason why that meant something to me is it makes you realize how small a human life is. Just comparing how short the lifespan of the world is. The world's not going to last forever either. But the world lasts much longer than one single human life does. I don't know, but just thinking about how short life is makes me want to take massive action. When I read this, I immediately snapped out of that funk that I was in. So the purpose behind this, I think, is that I just want to inspire people to do what they want to do, man. I hate seeing people do stuff that they don't want to do, especially for a living. I just want to inspire people to live the life that they want to live. It bothers me to see people doing stuff for a profession that they don't want to do, man. So one more quote that I do remember off the top. It's a real short quote by Seneca, and it's something that I always remember constantly. It's kind of in the fabric of my DNA by now. But it's, life is short, so live immediately. That's it. Moment of silence. Let it sink in. Life is short. Live immediately. Why would you live a life that somebody else wants you to live? Why? Why? That's the thing that bothers me the most. And that's the thing that kind of makes me a little bit angry. I've never been the type of person to want to do something because everybody says that's what I should do. I was terrible at that as a kid. I was terrible at it as a young adult. And I'm still not good at taking orders from other people. And I'm just a creative person. And so I know a lot of creative people are like this. Creative people need to create. That's what we were born to do. So what I'm trying to say is, everybody out there, go create something. Go make something fabulous. Just let the work speak for itself. Do something great. Have an awesome day. I'm going to try to put some more articles up on Way of Life Fitness and Nutrition.com. It's a lot of work. I'm looking for writers. If there's any writers out there that like to write, especially about the type of niche that I'm in, health and fitness, you like to write about it, please hit me up, inbox me. Next Level Way of Life is the Instagram. That's about it. I'm going to go in the gym. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get some food to cook. I'm going to make some Brussels sprouts with a little bit of, it's my secret recipe, honestly. I don't want to give that away right now. You got to go to Way of Life Fitness and Nutrition.com if you want to see the recipe on that. I'll probably post it up there. But, guys, hey, I love you. Have a great night. Have a great holiday. And we'll talk to you soon.